All right, lovebirds, welcome back to Bayou Wild TV. We're here at White Oak Estate and Gardens with Chef John Folse, and Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
Absolutely.
We're doing something better than chocolates and flowers. Tell us what we're making today.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about for lovers, this is it right here. Food lovers,
Yes.
That's what this is all about. We're doing our beautiful fish en papilotte.
Which means in paper.
Yeah, in paper.
And I'm going to start cutting my heart
and
here
look,
while
it's
you
in the
make
shape
yours.
of a heart.
Yep,
See that right there? It
see
just
if I can make
happens to
mine.
be in the shape of a heart for Valentine's Day. And en papilotte is one of the oldest and most revered fish dishes, I think, in cooking. I remember learning about it when I was traveling in France and went into a restaurant, and the meal of the day for the chefs was fish en papilotte.
And it sounds so fancy.
And that's where I first
impress your date.
And they said it was the simple lunch of the cooks. Well, no, it's a lot more than that. And of course, you cutting it into a heart. Okay, yeah, en papilotte, and that's what it looks like. So why don't you put that one down right here?
This one's a little bigger. Can we put a little more
and
fish
we're gonna have to put a little oil on it because we're gonna bake the fish in this bag. And so you want to protect the bag by actually having the oil on it like that, and just.
Now you're not using stationery paper. This is parchment paper.
Yeah, this is parchment paper. Yeah.
So don't be digging in your office coming up last minute here.
Okay, so I see we have a lot of little smoke coming there.
Yep.
I tell people all the time, especially my students at Nicholls State, I say pots talk to you all the time. Sometimes they scream at you, and that's what it's doing right now.
Screaming for the vegetables.
Screaming for the vegetables. Throw it on in there. And just a quick saute. I tell my students at Nicholls, don't panic. The pot's just talking to you.
It's not burning it, it's just talking.
Smoking, but it's actually talking to you. Say, come on, y'all, I'm ready to go. That's all it is.
And what does the actual paper do to the fish? What is the element of the paper?
Well, it contains the steam, and the steam with all of the flavor inside of the bag, kind of cooks and
it's like a sauna for the meal.
Yeah, and it kind of drips back down on the fish, so it's basting the fish inside of the bag. I'm gonna put a little bit more oil in here, and so what's coming in next? All about
some
seafood?
crawfish and some shrimp.
Absolutely, and of course
I need to borrow this from you.
It's kind of hot there. Watch that. Now, and of course, y'all remember, use whatever seafood you have. This is a good clean the freezer out dish. You know, y'all wondering what I'm gonna do with all that stuff in the freezer? This is it. Why? Because you're gonna hide it in a bag.
There should never be leftovers after a crawfish boil.
Look, whatever you have in the freezer you want to get rid of at the end of the year, just put it all there and do a papilotte, because then you can put everything in the bag and people will say, oh my God, it's delicious, right?
So if you had a pre-Valentine's Day crawfish boil and you had 10 pounds laying extra, peel them all?
So now we're gonna just saute it. Look at this shrimp, how beautiful that is, right? Let's go ahead and add a couple more things in there. What about some of that tomato? That's a mixture of different herbs. You got a little basil, a little thyme, a little tarragon, whatever you have in the garden. So we're gonna let this saute, and you see the shrimp are starting to curl really beautiful there. So I'm gonna put this right on top of that like this. Of course, I'd season it naturally, just a little bit there you go, I appreciate that. And then I'd come right back with a little of this, a little pepper. Remember, it doesn't come seasoned, you have to do it.
Right.
And then, you're ready for this? Any doubt that this is gonna be good?
Not at all.
Any doubt that this is gonna
Chef,
be
you should know after this many years, we don't ever doubt you here.
Look at that. Pile it on, y'all, depending on how much you love them. Look at that. If you love them a lot, pile it on.
Stack it on.
Turn it over like this.
Pinch the sides.
On papilotte, just, and that's why, and then you just go ahead and seal it just by continuing to twist it like that all the way around. Very classic old French presentation of fish into the oven. Gonna go into the oven.
Do you put it on a baking tray?
In a baking pan.
Okay.
You put it in the oven, and I'll tell you what, that's sitting there for about 20, 30 minutes. Lock the screen door, girl. Lock the screen door, they're coming in.
My Valentine, Chef John Folse, and I are going to have some of this when we come back. Okay, lovers, it's Valentine's Day week, and we're coming back with a very special Creole Fish En Papilotte in a heart.
All right, you ready?
It's been in the oven. It's steamed itself up. We're gonna add a little juice.
Oh, look at all of this. We're gonna add it. Look at all those peppers and everything in there. Then we seal it back in.
A little bit of garnish with a pretty flower from the bouquet.
Whew, just absolutely beautiful.
How could you not impress somebody with this?
Oh, you know what? Huh?
You know what?
What about a little bourbon
It's a
and
holiday.
rum, huh? Yep. Why not?
Cheers.
Huh? Hey, cheers. Right from the cellar, right here of our bourbon and rum at White Oak Estate
Oh, it's
Gardens.
sweet. That's
Isn't that
good.
nice?
Mm-hmm, that is good. Very good.
Ooh, really good.
All right.